Getting you ready for game time. Join me, Sal from Behind Your Basketball, as I announce play-by-play. Make sure to smash the like and subscribe, because now we're about to go live. Entering the pregame, we now present Sal from Behind Your Basketball. And what's good, everybody? Glad to have you guys back in. Welcome back on the stream once again today. We should have a great game in store going on in this matchup today. The Celtics, they are rolling 12-2 in their previous 14 games, as they are 21 games above 500, 41-20 right now for the Celtics, the number 2 team in the Eastern Conference. Boston at home tonight, which they have a 20-9 record this season at the TD Garden. The first meeting of the 2025-2026 NBA season between the Celtics and the Charlotte Hornets. And this Hornets team is no joke this season. They are on a roll. They're 31-31, 500 basketball for Charlotte. They've been the best team in the NBA since January 22nd. These two teams at the top of the NBA in the last month and a half. The Hornets are 15-3 in their previous 18 games. The Celtics 14-4 in their last 18 games, squaring off. And a massive matchup tonight. If you guys are doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. This should be a fun game tonight going down. Celtics rolling. Celtics with no Jaylen Brown, no Neemias Queta during their last game. No problem. They were a slight favorites going into Milwaukee. Second night of a back-to-back. Giannis was announced that he would play like at the last moment, and the Bucks were a slight underdog without Giannis being announced, and it didn't matter. Celtics took it to the Bucks during the previous game. Just total teamwork all around. 6 guys in double figures. Hugo Gonzalez, the breakout game for the rookie. He had a massive double-double, 18 points, 16 rebounds. Peyton Pritchard, big bounce-back game coming off a 25-point night on Monday night. And man, the Celtics are cruising right now. And this should be a fantastic matchup. On the other side, Charlotte, 5 straight wins in a row, ripping off victories over Washington, Chicago, Indiana, Portland, and Dallas by double digits in every single one of those games. 3 road wins in a row, 2 home wins in a row. Tonight they're back on the road. Night 2 of a back-to-back for Charlotte, who came in only as a 6.5-point underdog tonight. And tough trip from them. This is a really difficult trip, flying all the way from Dallas, from Charlotte. So they hosted Dallas yesterday. Luckily for them, that would be a crazy trip if it was at Dallas, but flew from Charlotte to Boston for this game tonight, coming off a victory last night over Dallas, 117-90. Celtics defense after the All-Star break, just incredible. 108-81 victory over the Bucks on Monday. Talked about that a couple moments ago, how Celtics were a slight favorite without Brown, without Queta. Queta went off the night before, Sunday night, in the win over Philadelphia, and didn't matter at all. Despite no Brown, no Queta. Celtics didn't shoot the ball that well from the floor, but I mean, it's total team basketball. The chemistry is popping through the roof for the Celtics team. It is incredible. Joe Mazzulla needs to get Coach of the Year. It's just been an outstanding coaching job that Mazzulla's done this season. Well, that's good. Warren, glad to have you back in. Too Skinny, thanks for joining in. Dark Eye Lowlander, glad to have you back in. Cynthia, glad to have you back in the stream for this one tonight. Should be a really good game between these two teams, playing some excellent basketball. And yeah, Charlotte, they haven't really seen that in a long time for the Hornets. So you guys out there, Too Skinny on the channel, welcome on board. Looking for the Hornets to win this one. And his team playing some really good ball recently for Charlotte. Like, these two teams started off the season extremely slow. Charlotte went 14-26 in their first 40 games of the season. And now we're past the 60-game mark, 62 games in. The Hornets are 31-31, 15-3 in their last 18. The Celtics started off extremely slow. First 2 weeks, they were 0-3, 3-5, 5-7, and then flipped the switch, got to 500, 8-8, never looked back, and they just catapulted upwards. They were 20-12, and then they were 30-18, and then now they're 41-20. So everything clicking right now for the Celtics. They've won the last 7 out of 8 coming into this game. They have a blip on their radar here or there, but nevertheless, they're 12-2 in their previous 14. Edgar, welcome back in. I've heard a couple different reports about Tatum. I've heard possibly Friday coming up against Dallas, possibly a return date. That was what Bill Simmons, an NBA insider, was saying, that the next game after this one, Dallas on Friday, would be possibly Tatum's return if Tatum doesn't come back, because I've heard that Tatum wants to come back and make his debut in a home game. So following that Dallas game is 3 straight games on the road next week, so it wouldn't be Cleveland, San Antonio, or OKC. That's Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday next week. It would probably be Sunday the 14th against Washington. Yeah, I've heard it's either this Friday or it's the 14th against the Wizards. And yeah, I wouldn't mind, honestly, if it's against Washington. That's actually Phoenix is in that grouping too. Phoenix is after Washington on the 16th, and then Golden State on the 18th. Yeah, if I'm Tatum, probably Washington is your best bet, even though that would be a fun matchup Friday night, going up against Cooper Flagg, two Duke guys, and Jason Tatum's return. That's an ESPN game on Friday on national TV. But yeah, if I'm Tatum, I'm probably leaning towards Washington, like the easiest team to win against in the league, just to get just to be able to get back into the flow in the swing of things for Tatum. Washington's 16-45, so just being able to get out there, get some minutes, and being able to produce and see if he can get back to himself, take that role player role for him, because he'll probably be like 80-85% of himself for Tatum, and he comes back with like a month plus before the start of the playoffs. Just keep on ramping him up, and every single game getting better with opportunity. Look at that guy showing the replay here, the pregame. Hugo Gonzalez getting better with opportunity for the rookie. 61 games into the season. Monster double-double, 18-16 in the win on Monday. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Glad to have you guys on board tonight for this one. Ozahar, welcome in. Liking the Hornets here. A couple Hornets fans on the stream. Welcome aboard, guys, for this one. Joseph, welcome in. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I heard about that. Kind of shocking there. Stephon Diggs and Patriots looking to move on from Stephon Diggs. Yeah, I first saw that when I got home this afternoon. Yeah, a couple people actually asking me about, like, if I'm going to cover March Madness, NCAA tournament stuff. I honestly don't know this year if I'm going to cover March Madness. Reason why is because my schedule, like, next 2 weeks is booked completely. So I do a lot of, like, broadcasting work for colleges. This week it was a little bit of a gap. I had a game last night and a Tuesday night for volleyball. Next game is on Saturday for lacrosse, and then I have Sunday for water polo. So it's a little bit of a break in between. But once the week of the tournament, things are crazy, because that's when I start up doing the baseball broadcasts, and that's on top of lacrosse and volleyball. So that, like, first weekend of where the tournament's going on, I have a triple header for volleyball that weekend, plus lacrosse and then baseball. It's like 3 straight games in a row for me. So I'm honestly not sure if I'm going to be covering any tournament games this year. It also, the scoreboard I get is a scoreboard from assist.com, which they don't have the plugin for college basketball scoreboards either. So I would have to go back to, like, the custom scoreboard, which takes time to put together and stuff, whereas, like, the assist scoreboard, I just plug in the web link for the website, and then I'm all set to stream. Just flip the logos. I manually input the logos beforehand. But yeah, the old scoreboard was a lot of things that I used to, like, manually input. It took me, like, over a half an hour to put together the the old scoreboard that I used to stream from years past, and then I had to like manually do the time, like click start and stop throughout the game, and yeah, I'm glad that's over. So I'm able to sync it up with a new scoreboard, and only thing is it does glitch from time to time, like it'll go off, but I just hit refresh and it's fine. Yeah, it's been busy recently, and yeah, really busy. I didn't have the amount of games in the past for like March last couple years. Like I was able to cover the tournament because I didn't have as many games in the past. So what happened, one of the schools that I broadcast at, they're brand new for men's volleyball. So they gave me like all the men's volleyball games, which they play like a 30-game schedule, and it's their first season ever as a program. So that's why haven't been streaming that much. It's because the men's volleyball teams had a bunch of games. Like that Super Bowl Sunday, I had a try match with 3 games on that day. They were at 10, 12, and 2 on that day. And on the 21st, that's like the Saturday in the March Madness tournament, I have a triple header that day. So it's like a bunch of stuff to prepare for whenever there's a triple header. Plus, there's a baseball game I'm scheduled for that Sunday right after. Derek White, Baylor Shireman, Jalen Brown, Sam Hauser, and Namish Keita starting 5 tonight for the Celtics, going up against LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Miles Bridges, Con Knipple, and Musa Diabate, the starting 5 for Charlotte. This is the first game between these two teams this season. They will play 3 matchups against one another. The first out of 3 within a month span. March 29th, the second meeting at Charlotte, and then the third meeting at Boston on April 7th. Should be a fun matchup tonight. Really good measuring stick as well for the Celtics. If you look at the Charlotte Hornets, their record doesn't indicate how well they've been playing recently. They're 30-30, or 31-31 overall. 500 basketball. But they have the best record in the previous 18 games. They're 15-3 in the last 18. Celtics right behind them at 14-4 in their previous 18. Celtics white jerseys tonight, left to right on the floor. This game's taking place in Boston at the TD Garden. Charlotte purple jerseys, white numbers, white letters, turquoise outline for the Hornets going right to left. And we get this ball jumped up as we are underway. Hornets control the opening tip. First possession of the night, LaMelo. Bounce pass to the wing, into the hands to Bridges. Bridges lobs it over top of the free throw circle. Musa Diabate drives downhill to the cup, and he soars up and dunks it with a right-handed flush. Yeah, Keita just completely left Musa Diabate wide open to dribble, drive, and dunk it through. Opening possession here for the Celtics. Keita coming off a humongous game. Did not play in the previous one, but Philly, he was big time. Had 27 points career high. Missed runner inside a key by Boston. That was missed off the mark by White. Second possession now for Charlotte. LaMelo at the top of the key. Sends it off to Diabate. Back into the hands to LaMelo. LaMelo dribbles up, drives inside, skies up to the rim, soars up with a right-hand layup. Back-to-back possessions. Keita's getting fooled like right off the ball fake, allowing Charlotte to take it right to the rack. Handoff Shireman around the perimeter. Shireman dribbles up to the elbow. Outside finds Brown, top of the key. Jalen Brown to up fake. Drives inside. A runner. No good off the mark. Tipped off the mark by Keita, out of bounds. Last off the Hornets at the baseline. It will stay Celtics ball. Grant Williams, former Celtic, not playing tonight. He is out alongside one of his teammates with Saloon, who is not playing either, with number 31 at Tan Saloon. Tatum, getting very close to his return. Only player out tonight for the Celtics with JT. Very close to his return. Sometime this month, very soon. Brown dribbles up. Jumper, no good. Inside, missed off the mark. Rebound secured by Bridges. Bridges accelerating downhill to the cup. No good. Missed the layup. Due to contact, though, in the foul. 2 shots here coming up at the line for Miles Bridges. Keita looking a little lost here first couple possessions as Charlotte just getting to the rim, starting to attack down low, driving on Keita. And Keita picked up the shooting foul. First free throw by Bridges. No good off the back rim. Michael, thanks for joining in. Glad to have you back in. Bent Needle, glad to have you back in. Hashman, thanks for joining in. Charlotte, simply impressive this season for them. This team is no joke. Third in the NBA in three-point shooting percentage. Second in three-point makes. third in free throw percentage, top 5 in rebounds per game, and number 1 in the NBA in fewest rebounds allowed to opponents. Second free throw is good by Bridges. 5-zip start for Charlotte. White. Pass midcourt. Bounce pass into the hands to Brown. Top of the key for JB. Brown fires it off to Vucevic. First time on the floor for him tonight. Outside of Brown at the top. Jab step. Dribbles up off the Vucevic. Screen spin cycle inside. Brown. Leaner. No good off the glass. Making it tough for Jaylen Brown. That's another miss, starting off 0 for 3 from the floor. And down the far side, the Hornets commit a turnover. Yeah, so Cada, with that one foul, substituted out. He's also in a little bit of pain as one of the athletic trainers is checking out his right knee as he is on the bench right now. So Vucevic is in the spot. Cada currently on the floor. White sends it off to Hauser. Pops up for a 3 off the back rim. No good. A rebound secure by LaMelo. Tough start right now. Nothing's able to drop for the Celtics so far. LaMelo at the Celtics logo, dribbles towards his right around the perimeter, takes on Sharman, step back 3 off the back heel, missed, a rebound, snatched away by Brown. Boston with possession, needing to get on the board right now for the Celtics. Brown steps into a 3 quickly, left it short, long rebound secure by Hauser. New 14 in the timer, White with a 3, skipped around the rim and out, rebound secure by Knippel. Just nothing going on for the Celtics, 0 for 8 to begin this game, stone cold from the floor. Bridges slides it off to LaMelo. Back outside to the wing. Bridges tees up the 3. Kaboom! He drills it. 8-zip right now for Charlotte. Yeah, Joe Mazzulla, I think you're thinking about taking a timeout. If they make another basket, you can't get anything. If they get this to double digits, you need to take a timeout. Runner, that will stop the 8-zip run. Derek White, good for 2. Celtics finally on the board there. LaMelo attacks. Runner inside. A key off the back rim, no good. A rebound tipped over to Vucevic. Boston back with possession. Brown brings up the floor. Brown accelerates dribble drive. Right to the cup. Soars up. Scores with a left-hand layup. There we go. 4-zip run right back for Boston. Do I think Celtics will score more than 28 this quarter? I will go no. For this opening quarter, they've been slow starters for them. But then the second quarter, they start to take off. So they've had some issues with opening quarters recently. But based on the flow of this game, the first 4 minutes approximately, they've only scored 4. Derek White snatches it up in the air, comes out with a steal. Plus, they play a slower tempo as well. Right now, just trying to get a feel against the Charlotte team. These two teams have yet to play against one another until tonight. LaMelo Ball tees up the 3, sticks it down the cylinder. Timeout on the floor taken by Joe Mazzulla. 11-4 Charlotte in the first 4 minutes and 1 second of action as we head to the timeout. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Yeah, kind of it would be a miracle by now if they do score 28 points. They've had some slow starts recently, but it really hasn't mattered because they've been down by double digits against some of their opponents. They've come back and they've won by a landslide. Last game they started off slow in the first few minutes against the Bucks and then completely just devoured them. So, yeah, still a long way left to go, but I think like that's just one of the few things about the Celtics team this season is that they've had some issues with slow starts. They've had slow starts every single game they faced the Heat. They've had a slow start, and really didn't matter in those games because they've won against the Heat this season. There was one game where they were just historically terrible in the first half, and then they came back by like 20 plus points and won that game. What in the world? Come on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, sometimes it will glitch like that. Get back to action right now. 7-point game under 8 minutes left to go in the opening quarter. Derek White on the floor with Hauser, Brown, Vucevic, and Shireman the first time together. Derek White towards his right around the perimeter. 5 at a timer, launches a deep three. Oh, he drills it. Derek White rips it right down the chute for the triple. And on the opposite side of the play, White got knocked down. This is going to be defensive charge to Derek White. Wow, I'm not sure about that. Tangling up with Moussa Diabate. Yeah, that's a tough call going against White. That should have been on Diabate. A lot of jostling for position. Diabate back turned to the basketball, grabbing the arm of Derek White. Derek White fell backwards, trying to backpedal. Handoff. Brandon Miller takes a three off the mark. No good. Diabate offensive rebounds. Corner jumper by LaMelo. Rattles in the three ball. 7-point lead right now for Charlotte. Well, that's good. Jono, thanks for joining in. AJ, welcome in. Play-by-play only. Can't show the game due to copyright. Vucevic. Handoff. Sharman at the top. Slides it off to Brown. Brown steps into a three. And JB drills it. Finally, shot started drop here for Boston. Yeah, I had the Celtics under 28, and now, if they keep on making shots like this, a great chance they can get over 28. That's why it's so tricky. They started off terrible in the first 4 minutes. They went scoreless to start off this game. They were trailing 8-0. And it didn't look like they were going to get past 25 at that point, but now they're starting to make shots, specifically threes. 2 made threes in a row between White and Brown. And it gives them the opportunity to see if they can get past 28. Con Knipple, he was fouled. 2 shots here at the line. First one's good. What's good? All on the prowl. Thanks for joining back in. Wyatt, welcome in. If you guys are new in the channel, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Second free throw, that is good by Knipple. Got fouled on a 3-point shot, so he's going to have a third one coming up. Peyton Pritchard checks in the spot of Baylor Sharman. Third free throw, in and out. Hauser with a defensive rebound. So it's White, Hauser, Brown, Vucevic, and Pritchard to 5 in the court currently. Pass midcourt for White. Slides it off to Brown. Brown at the wing. Celtics making 2 straight threes in a row. Trying to add a third right here. White, 8 on the timer. Towards his left. Takes the jumper. Straightaway 3. Oh, he drills another one. Derek White trifecta. Second main triple in the night. 3-point game right now. Shot-making start to pick up for the Celtics. Charlotte with possession. Diabate, handoff to Knipple. Turns the corner, drives. A runner inside the key. Connects on the 2. Celtics having a little bit of issues so far with dribble drive penetration. Displayed by the Hornets in this opening quarter. Vucevic on top off to White. White takes on Diabate 1-on-1. Switch guarded by Diabate as Miller left him. Took Vucevic down low. And whistle here to foul, charge to Charlotte. That's going to stop the clock. That was on Brandon Miller holding up Vucevic inside the key. Hey, welcome to the membership. Thanks so much for joining in. All on the proud, Dave. Really appreciate it, brother. Celtics far side inbounds. Goes over to Vucevic. Into the hands to White now. 5-point game. Sends it off to Brown. Kick out. Corner. Pritchard flings it inside. Vucevic. Turn around. Left hand. Baby hook off the mark. No good. Gonzalez. First time on the floor. Rips away the offensive rebound. Brown drives on Kobe White. Outside Pritchard. 8 in the timer. Crossover. Dribbles up at the low block. And he turned it over. That is a rare mistake there by Peyton Pritchard off the crossover. Lost the handle, kicked the ball out of bounds to the baseline. You never see that from Pritchard. He's got one of the best handles, if not the best in the league for him. So that's a very rare mistake for a guy who has super tight handles. Cross-court pass to Knipple. Kick out corner, Bridges. Into the hands of Diabate. Handoff, Bridges around the perimeter. Step back three over Ugo. Off the backroom, no good. Vucevic comes up, skies in for the defensive board. 5-point game, Celtics look to cut the deficit. Brown at the top, lob down low. Vucevic soars up off the double team. No good, couldn't connect on it. Tough defense down low there for Charlotte. Vucevic slipped past the defense, should have had the two, and Kobe White goes the other way. Soars up with a left-hand layup. Timeout on the floor, 20-13. Charlotte a 7-point lead as Joe Mazzulla has to burn his second timeout in the opening quarter. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the B-Tab brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Alright, so we go into the timeout right now. I'm going to see if I think the last time my box score for the Celtics got stuck. So there we go. Got it up now. Yep, box scores are up. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Tough start for Boston, only 5 for 15, 33% shooting, and credit to the Charlotte defense. They're bringing physicality, making it tough so far. Hornets shooting the ball lights out, 7 for 11, 64%. And this Hornets team is no joke. Like, they have the best record in the NBA in the last 18 games. They're 15-3. Celtics are 14-4. So this is low-key a solid matchup tonight that these two teams face one another. Yeah, great question. I think it's too early to tell if we're going to hit the under in this game. The Celtics pour in buckets in multiple ways. It's just they've had some slow starts in the opening quarter. But once they get rolling into the second quarter and then third quarter and beyond, then that's where they start to get more comfortable and play together as a unit. So they've had some problems starting off before. Really hasn't mattered because they've had multiple games that they've been down by double digits in the first quarter. Really hasn't mattered. They've come back and won those games for the most part. Back to action, approaching the 5-minute mark, left to go in the opening quarter. Pritchard at the top of the key. Bounce pass over to Keita. Good to see he's back on the floor. Handoff Brown. Pritchard, Brown, Keita. Jordan Walsh. First time for him on the court alongside Ugo Gonzalez. Gonzalez tees up the quarter three. He sticks it. Ugo on the board. 4-point game right now. Charlotte goes quickly up the court. Kobe White on the floor alongside Con Knipple, Miles Bridges. And the 3-point shot sticks through at the wing of the perimeter. Big response right back for Charlotte there from the outside. That was a made triple right back for the Hornets. Pritchard, his three left short. Battle for the rebound. Kobe White battling Walsh. Tied up for the baseline. It will be a jump ball between those two off the possession. Yeah, Con Knipple, he's the one that previously hit the last three. Sharpshooter out of Duke, 7 points. 2 for 2, just made his first three of the game. Gonzalez is coming off the bench tonight, so Ugo didn't get the start in this game. Jump ball went to Charlotte. Knipple drives inside the key. Shovels off to Ryan Kalkbrenner, former Creighton Blue Jay, on the floor alongside Knipple, White, Bridges. Number 10, Josh Green, also in the court, former Dallas Maverick. Inside the key, turnaround jumper off the midi, off the rim, short miss by White. Celtics with possession off the Cato rebound. Brown, the crossover, dribbles up to the elbow. Outside finds Pritchard at the wing. Pritchard now at the top, tees up the three, a 28-footer straight away off the rim, no good. Gonzalez rips away the rebound with one arm, comes away with another offensive rebound, gets deflected from him, finds Keita underneath, bobbled it, lost it, turned it over. Kalkbrenner collects the steal. Skip pass out to the wing, Bridges off the green, steps into a three and cans the triple. 10-point lead right now for Charlotte, 26-16. Charlotte is in a groove. 5 for 8 from 3, 63%, 64% as a team from the floor, 9 for 14. Brown, up fake, drives out of the White, inside the key, and JB draws the contact and the foul. Lucky there. Looked like he lowered the elbow into the face of Kobe White. Kobe White tried to sell it going backwards. Defending him, yeah, wow, Jaylen Brown got away with one right there. So referees rolled a defensive foul, charged to Kobe White reaching in. Second personal on Charlotte today as a team. Celtics with 3 fouls, White with his first. And Jaylen Brown will check out, so will Keita. First time in the court tonight for Luka Garza. Pritchard, cross-court, finds Derek White back on the floor. D. White, runner, inside off the back rim, no good. Garza looking to tip it in before, though. White able to draw a foul by Charlotte. It was before the shot, or check that. It was on the shot. So referees give free throws here to Derek White. So according to the refs, it was on the shot. So 2 free throws here coming up at the line for Derek White. So that was on Con Knipple's shooting foul. First one's good. Wow, a lot of Hornets fans out here on the stream. Welcome in. Thanks for joining in, guys. Herman on the channel. LV, welcome on board. Totally Frank, glad to have you be back in one as well. Yeah, hopefully, man. Gonzalez getting better and better every single game. Second free throw, White's able to stick it. Kobe White on the court to take it on Jordan Walsh. Kobe White and Derek White on the floor. 2 Whites. Same time together. Bridges jacks up the 3 over Derek White off the back rim, no good. A rebound secured by Walsh. Celtics needing to cut this deficit. 2.5 left to go in the opening quarter. Derek White on top into the hands to Garza. Garza, hand off Pritchard. Turns the corner. Outside, Dio White catching fire. 3 off the back rim, no good. Tipped around. Rebound in and out of the hands of Gonzalez. Lands into the hands of Josh Green with a defensive board. Bridges attacks on Gonzalez. Floats up the rudder off the glass, he calls it. It is good for 2 by Miles Bridges. 10-point lead again. Charlotte's had success right from the start in the paint. Celtics having difficulty with their interior defense. We've seen it right from the start in this game, just leading to an open layup line. That's 5 buckets now inside the paint by Charlotte, responsible for 10 paint points compared to 4 by Boston. The Celtics committed offensive foul. Turnover by the Celtics. Man, this has just not been the first quarter that they wanted to have right now for Boston. Trailing by 10. 5 turnovers. 2 turnovers by Charlotte. Handoff. Kobe White inside the key. Takes on the Walsh. Fall away. Low block. Kiss off the glass. Scores. Put it off the backboard. Man, Hornets playing as well as they can possibly can right now. 14-5 run. Pritchard sends it off to D. White. Kick out. Wing. Open 3. Garza. Skipped around the rim and out. No good. Brandon Miller with a defensive rebound. Hornets go quickly up the floor. Bridges down the far side of the court. Puts it into the hands to Miller. Brandon Miller, dribble, drives, skies up for the dunk, and he shoves it through with a right-hand poster. Holy moly. Brandon Miller getting up right there for the Hornets. Celtics down by 14. Gonna go with a corner three. It is good by Ugo from downtown. Finally, that's a big shot right there. Brandon Miller on attack mode off the previous bucket. Hornets with possession. Kobe White at the edge of the midcourt logo. He takes on Jordan Walsh 101. This is the coming out game for Charlotte here. Looking to see if they can put the whole world on notice. White, kick out, corner three. Josh Green rounded out. Tipped around and the rebound goes to Jordan Walsh for the Celtics here. Derek White takes up the floor. Burst of speed. Leaner inside. Draws the contact and the foul. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Derek White. Man, this is not your typical 9 seed. There's no way that if the Hornets keep it up that they're going to be in the play-in round. They're going right to the top 6 of the Eastern Conference if they're playing like this. Charlotte has worked their way up to a tie for 9th alongside Atlanta right now. 31-31. Closing the gap between them and Orlando and Miami. They're 2 games behind the Magic and the Heat in a tie for 7th. Their goal is to track down Philadelphia. Like, their goal is to get the 6th seed at this point. Track down Philadelphia, surpass Philly, and get that number 6 seed. Because right now, Charlotte has climbed all the way up to a tie for 9th. And they're 2.5 games back behind Philly. Philly's in 6th. Charlotte's in 9th. Orlando and Miami right behind Philly in a tie for 7th. And then the Hornets in a tie for 9th alongside Atlanta. There's no way that this team is playing like a number 9 seed right now. They look like a dangerous playoff team. This ball gets poked out of bounds. It was off of Jordan Walsh off the deflection, so it will stay Charlotte ball. Inbound goes to Kobe White in the backcourt. 10 seconds left to go. Kobe White launches a 3. It's a laser from the top of the key. And they're playing as good as they can possibly can in this opening quarter. 12-point lead for Charlotte. Derek White at the top. Bounce pass off to Pritchard. Pulls up from 30 feet. At the buzzer. No good off the back rim. And we close out at the end of the opening quarter. 35-23. Charlotte up by 12. Kind of a shock to the Celtics right now. Really big wake-up call. Derek White, more than half of the points for Boston. 12 out of 23. And Jaylen Brown, only 5. So Jaylen Brown's only got 5. He's a minus 10 to begin this game for JB. That's the most minus out of anybody off the box plus minus currently in this game. And Derek White responsible for 12. 6 points off the bench by Gonzalez, drilling 2 threes from the corner. Luckily, he's saving the Celtics because they could be down even worse if it wasn't for those corner threes by Ugo. Jaylen Brown with 5. They only have 3 scores so far. Hauser yet to score. Kada yet to score. Sharman yet to score. Vucevic, Garza, Pritchard, Walsh, all scoreless. Peyton Pritchard, stunning start for him. 2 turnovers, no points. That's unlike Peyton Pritchard. Charlotte, led by LaMelo Ball. Wow, it's a really good balance so far. 8 points by LaMelo, 7 by Kobe White, 7 by Con Knipple, 6 points by Miles Bridges, 4 assists by Musa Diabate with 2 points. Brandon Miller only got 2, but that was a monster slam dunk and a poster that he soared up and threw it down with the right hand for Brandon Miller. Josh Green off the bench with 3. 35-23 right now as we end the opening quarter. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top Skier to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. All right, so about to get going in the second quarter in just a moment. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. What's good, Joe? Thanks for joining back in, bud. Mo in the channel, welcome in. Wow, 19-2 with their starters. That's insane. 500 on the Celtics tonight for Hig and Alridge out here. Thanks for joining in. Glad to have you guys back in for this one tonight. Clipped in the channel. Yeah, Con Knipple, big time for him. He was awesome at Duke. Cooked up Brando. Really appreciative, brother, for joining in. You guys the legends here out on the channel. So the Celtics will get the basketball first to start off the second. Left to right on the floor. Derek White, Peyton Pritchard. Those two guys in the backcourt alongside Hauser, Vucevic, and Gonzalez. The five in the court to start off the second for the Celtics. Knipple on the court with Diabate, Pat Connaughton, LaMelo, and Zion James also on the court as well. The Celtics unable to get the shot to go as it goes back to Charlotte. It's a tough start for Boston in this game. LaMelo drives on Vucevic, jump off underneath Diabate, takes on a double T, working on Vucevic and Gonzalez, and he draws the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for Musa Diabate. Well, let's see. They're showing the replay. Trap between the double. Gonzalez and Vucevic trying to go backdoor. That's a tough camera angle, so you can't really see from there if there was contact in the backhand. But, yeah, that's one that the Celtics are going to want back. Vucevic. Tough call going against Vucevic there. Picked up the shooting foul. Diabate, both free throws good. I mean, we've seen this time and time again this season. Celtics down by double digits, come back and win. We'll see if they have enough in their system tonight to do so. Vucevic, that's not going to happen if they take shots like that. Missed the three, left it poorly off the front rim. LaMelo thought about the step back, made the extra pass to Musa. Outside to LaMelo with his three, left off the rim. Short rebound secured by Hauser. Pass midcourt for Boston. Derek White at the top. Bounce pass Hauser. Hauser at the left wing. Fires it back out to the top of the key to White. Slides it into the hands to Pritchard. Pritchard takes on Connaughton. One-on-one. Bounce pass off to D. White. D. White drives inside the key. Dump off underneath Vucevic. Couldn't get it. The drop went into a double clutch. Backdoor missed the layup. Here goes LaMelo. Outside Knipple. Fires the three. He's automatic. Knipple right down the cylinder. Drills the triple. And a timeout taken again by Joe Mazzulla. Third timeout in the opening half for the Celtics. Nothing going Boston's way tonight. Down by 17, 40-23 as we head to another timeout. Are you a fan of Behind Your Arc Basketball and want to rep the BTAB brand? Then check out the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Click the link posted in the description of this video, or you can click the QR code as well. The Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is your online shop to rep my channel brand. My merch store has shirts, sweatshirts, pants, shorts, winter hats, pillows, mugs, phone cases, and so much more. And new to the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store is Mr. Top's gear to rep your favorite tortoise. Check out the newly added Mr. Top's jerseys and all the other great items at the Behind Your Arc Basketball merchandise store online at Teespring Marketplace. Yeah, this is a stunning start right now. I haven't seen the Celtics this much beat down and frustrated like this so far. Like, really difficult start. Like, they're breaking everything. They've had some pretty good looks inside. Vucevic having issues finishing in the paint tonight. 7 for 27, 26% shooting as a team. Vucevic is 0 for 5 coming off the bench. Pritchard's had a rough game. He's turned it over twice. Yet to score. I mean, it's basically Derek White who has half of the points. 12 out of 23 through Derek White. Jaylen Brown with 5. Gonzalez with 6. They only have 3 guys who scored in this game. The interior defense looks like a shell of itself tonight. I don't know what in the world happened with their interior D, but they're having some issues stopping the dribble drive attack by the Hornets in this game. This is Just really just unlike the Celtics, how they've been playing recently. Yeah, White's missing quite a bit of his mid-range shots. So he's trying to get to his spots. He just can't hit those shots so far. It's only 2 for 6 right now. Absolutely lethal start for Charlotte. 64% shooting, 54% from 3. Yeah, Knippel's perfect. 3 for 3, 10 points. Yeah, Pritchard's playing tonight. Not playing so hot right now. No points by Pritchard so far. Kind of stunning. This is a home game, by the way, for the Celtics, and the Hornets are coming off night 2 of a back-to-back. Celtics with the basketball. 10.5 left to go in the second quarter. Vucevic on the floor alongside Brown, Sharman, Pritchard, Hauser, Brown. Dish outside to the top. Vucevic pops up for a 3. Left off the rim again short. Rebound goes back to Charlotte. Knippel up the floor alongside Moussa Diabate, Zion James, who dribbles to the left baseline. Pat Connaughton and LaMelo. Knippel lob to Diabate. Dribbles up inside the key. Jumper, 13-footer over Vucevic. Off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Brown. Cato was a little bit dinged up in like the early start of the game. Looked like he was getting his left knee checked out, but he entered the game and he's back and he's fine. Sharman gets the bucket for 2. A lot of work to do right now for Boston. There's a start, though. 4th different score in the game with Baylor Sharman. LaMelo tees up a quick 3 off the back rim, no good. Hauser let that rebound surpass his hands. Right back to Connaughton on the offensive glass. Knippel lob into the hands to Diabate. Hand off Knippel. Jumper. Baseline. Stays perfect. Man, he is an absolute machine. 4 for 4. 12 points by the rookie. Quick 3 by Hauser. Bricked off the back heel. Rebound secured by Knippel. That is just not a good shot there for Sam Hauser. Quick in the shot clock as well. 17-point lead for Charlotte. LaMelo Ball takes on Pritchard. Slides it off to Knippel. That time he bricked off the back rim. First miss of the game. A rebound gets tipped over to Hauser. Celtics with the basketball. Jaylen Brown at the left wing. Takes on Knippel 1-on-1. Now at the far side corner for JB. 12 in the timer. Bounce pass cross court into the hands to Hauser. Out to the far side corner. Brown dribbles up. Stumbled off the dribble. Tripped up into and... Check that. It's going to be offensive. Yeah, it's actually going to be on the Celtics offensive foul. So Brown did stumble off the dribble. Celtics called an offensive foul, though, and it's charged to Vucevic. So Vucevic in the legal screen as he substitutes out and Neemias Queta comes in. Man, Vucevic has had a terrible start tonight. Pat Connaughton, a wide open 3. Celtics got lucky. Missed off the back rim. Rebound. Secured by Boston. Pritchard at the top. Bounce pass Sharman. Sharman dribbles inside the key. Baylor thought about the step back. Oh, nice dump off underneath. Finds Queta. Up and through with a 2 and a flush. Baylor Sharman, instead of going in for a step through, went in for a beautiful dime. So he was able to play make and find Queta underneath the hoop, uncovered to dunk it. Approaching the 8-minute mark left to go before halftime. LaMelo, backdoor layup, got rejected by the bottom part of the glass, got it back. Outside to Connaughton. Connaughton with a 3, a swash. Man, Charlotte is an absolute machine right now. 8 for 17, 47% from the floor. Pritchard into the hands to Queta at the top of the key. Neemias Queta sends it back outside to Pritchard. Pritchard yet to score, looking to change that. Bounce past Queta, top of the free throw circle. Queta, dribble drive, bouncing bodies off. Diabate off the mark, no good. Pritchard collects the rebound. Bumped into underneath. Fouled on Charlotte here, so... yeah, that was a late whistle. Pritchard thought at first he got stepped into out of bounds. Yeah, Pritchard was frustrated at first. It's going to be on Charlotte, though. off the loose ball foul. Inbound gets sent off to Keita. Into the hands to Pritchard. Finds Brown off the screen. JB, 8 on the timer. Brown, dribble, drive, right down the lane inside, missed the layup. Hornets defense just throwing out bodies at Jaylen Brown, making it tough tonight. As Kobe White got stripped by Keita, fouled inside the key. Man, this does not look like the Celtics tonight. Not how they've been playing, not at all. 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line for Kobe White. And that was on Sam Hauser, right next to Keita, who picked up the shooting foul. First shot was in. Second one was off the mark. 19-point lead right now for the Hornets. Kind of uncharted territory currently for the Celtics. 14-4 run last 5+ minutes for Charlotte's. Hauser, his 3 left off the back rim too long. Rebound hauled in by Charlotte as they race up the floor. Brandon Miller, dish outside to the wing. Charlotte tees up the 3, in and out and back in for the triple. Zion James able to get the friendly bounce in, pinwheeled in. Nothing going right for the Celtics. Everything going away for the Hornets. Jaylen Brown, that should have been an easy one. He just does not look like himself tonight. Blew the 6-footer. Kobe White, long distance 3 off the back rim, no good. Tipped from Keita to Hauser for the defensive board, and a loose ball foul charge to Diabate. Man, I've not seen the Celtics play this bad for a long time. There's been very few games that they played this poorly this season. Jaylen Brown at the top of the key. Drives on Kobe White. Inside off the dribble drive. Throws it up, and he soars and jams it through with a right-handed flush. Oh, baby, there for JB. Looking for the energy to shift into the building. Jaylen Brown skied up big time there and threw it down. Zion James, bounce pass out to the elbow. Brandon Miller backs his way, follow around, no good off the mark, rebound secured by Pritchard. Celtics looking to get things going their way, down by 20, skip pass, Sharman tees up the 3 from the corner. Oh, he drills it, bullseye, as Baylor Sharman rips down the triple. Timeout on the floor taken by Charlotte. First timeout of the night by the Hornets as well. Comes with 5:32 left to go before halftime. At Jaylen Brown with authority, reminding the world that he has shown up right now in this game. Skied up and dunked it big time with a right-hand slam as we head over to the timeout. Wow. Big time dunk to get his team back in order here. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Jaylen Brown's up to 7. Derek White leads the way. He scored all 12 in the opening quarter. Sharman start to get into a rhythm. 5 points now for Baylor. Sharman just hit the previous 3. Gonzalez off the bench with 6. And Charlotte, deep attack so far. 9 different scores. 12 points by Con Knipple. 8 by Kobe White. 6 by Miles Bridges. 4 by Musa Diabate alongside 5 assists. That was an absolutely insane dunk by Jaylen Brown. Yeah, still a long way left to go in this game. Really hasn't looked like themselves at all tonight for the Celtics. But if the Celtics come on back, if they win this game, remember that dunk when they were down by 20. 53% from the floor by Charlotte, 17 for 32. Celtics struggling mightily, 11 for 37. Vucevic missing a lot of shots that he should have converted on. Missing layups from point-blank range, missing open threes. Jaylen Brown not himself in this game, trying to get to his spots. Hasn't been able to hit his spots tonight, but that slam dunk. Going to see if that can get him going tonight. Just 3 for 9 from the floor tonight for JB. They're showing the replay once again. Crossover drove right past Kobe White, soared up over Diabate, and dunked it with a right-handed flush with authority. And then Baylor Sharman, the catch and fire 3 at the corner, getting his team back, winning 17 right now. Still a long way left to go. (49-32) under 5.5 left to go before halftime. Jump off underneath Kalkbrenner. Dunks it through with a two-handed flush off the assist by Kobe White. Quick to respond right back from the timeout for Charlotte. 14-7 total assists in favor of the Hornets. Brown inside the key off the Euro stab. Backdoor scores up and off the backboard. JB starting to get going. Back-to-back buckets for Brown. 17-point game. Kobe White drives inside. Moves it back out to the wing. Into the hands to Miller. Brandon Miller takes on Sharman one-on-one. It's Miller, Kalkbrenner, Bridges, Josh Green, and Kobe White. The 5 in the court. Miller tees up the 3 and sticks it. Celtics, their 5 in the floor. Carly, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Sam Hauser, Baylor Sharman, Neemias Queta. Brown at the top. Bounce pass into the hands to White. D. White at the top. Switch guarded by Josh Green one-on-one. Sends it off to Brown. Brown's guarded by Green. Previous to that was Bridges. White fires a 3 from deep range. He delivers. Derek White, big time star for him tonight. The 15, a third made triple. Charlotte's been able to match whatever the Celtics have been able to do, plus that tonight. If the Celtics respond with a basket, most likely Charlotte has been able to do that all throughout the course of this game. Dribble drive, off the dribble, handoff action, and broke it up out of bounds. It was last touched by Queta. It will stay Charlotte ball. 3.9 in the shot clock timer for the Hornets coming back after this inbound. Inbound goes to Miller. Miller pulls up 18-footer, sticks it. Man, that's a tough shot. Hand in the face by Baylor Sharman. Brandon Miller able to sink it through. White pulls up. 12-footer. Connects on it. Right back again. Celtics able to score. Charlotte was able to respond right back the previous possession before. Kobe White. Dribbles inside the key. Bounce pass off to Josh Green. Outside corner off to Bridges. Bridges around the perimeter. Towards his right. Hand off to Miller. Miller, crossover, launching the 3, falling away off the back rim, a rebound secured by White. That's for the Celtics as Derek White controlled the defensive rebound. Jaylen Brown, cross court to Derek White, spin cycle, kick out, corner to Hauser. Hauser outside, Derek White up fake, takes on Josh Green, finds Jaylen Brown, gallops inside the paint with a left hand, blocked by Kalkbrenner. Loose ball coming away with it, Kobe White. Here goes the Hornets up the floor. 17-point margin. Brandon Miller with another 3. He sticks it. Man, he is a big-time shooter for B. Miller. 20-point lead right now for Charlotte. Miller up to 10. JB off the double team. Finds Hauser. Out to the corner to the hands to Sharman. Bounce pass off to Brown. Jaylen Brown towards his left, takes the 3, straight away, off the mark, no good, tipped to the bounds. Last touch by Sharman, it's going to be Charlotte ball. Man, nothing can go the Celtics' way here tonight. This is stunning. This is a home game as well. Queta will check out, and Nikola Vucevic checks in. 59-39. As we are under 2:20 left to go. Miller, runner, drills it. Wow, shot making just incredible out of Charlotte in this game. There's no way they're going to be in a play-in for this team. They're making it inside the top 6 in the East at the end of the regular season. Vucevic pulls up baseline jumper. No good. Contested by Kalkbrenner. Rebound secured by LaMelo Ball. Hornets just pouring it on right now against the Celtics. Celtics just question marks all over in this opening half. This is stunning. Right now, LaMelo inside the key, outside to the wing. Miller pulls up a 27-footer off the mark, no good. A rebound secured by Vucevic. Even that was a pretty good look right there from the pro there by Brandon Miller. Brown soars up and attacks as he missed the throwdown, followed though by LaMelo. 2 shots here covered up in the line for JB. Jaylen Brown, 2 free throws for Boston. First one's good. If you guys are new in the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Second shot by Brown. He's got double figures with 10. Make it 11. Drills the second free throw. Well, this is only the first half. We still have a second half that's yet to play out. Bridges. His 3 came off the rim short. Brown controls the defensive rebound. JB, a crossover, drives, attacks inside the key. Got the bounce. It's good for 2. So we are down to the final minute left to go before halftime. LaMelo slides it off to Miller around the perimeter. Dribble handoff back to Brandon Miller. Cross court connects with Miles Bridges. Step back 3, sticks the triple. Man, an absolute machine tonight for Charlotte. 12 for 25 in the opening half for 3. Jaylen Brown off the double team at the top. Into the hands to Hauser. Towards his left finds Derek White. D. White launches the jumper off the rim. No good. Just their shots just not going their way tonight. LaMelo collects the defensive rebounds. Five-second differential. Shot clock and game clock to close out the end of the opening half of action. LaMelo at the top, a dribble drive inside the paint, dump off to Diabate, puts up the shot off the glass, no good. Brown comes away with a defensive rebound, gonna have to launch here at the buzzer. He does. Half court 3 comes up well short, and it's all Charlotte in the opening half. 64-43. The Hornets have the best record since January 22nd in the NBA at 15-3, pounding the Celtics right now in this game in the opening half. Absolutely stunning. Celtics came in as a 6.5-point favorite, and Charlotte took the flight from North Carolina to Mass for this game, coming off the win against Dallas yesterday. And man, they're pounding opponents. 5 straight wins in a row by double figures in all those games. And yeah, they took it to the Celtics tonight. Celtics having a lot of issues. Starts off with just one team's making everything, and the Celtics struggling to make shots. I haven't seen the Celtics this inefficient in a long time. 53% by Charlotte, 33% by Boston. Boston having a tough time from 3 as well. 7 for 22 from the perimeter. Charlotte's 12 for 25. 18 total assists by the Hornets as well. Celtics were just 8. Celtics came off a game that they had 31 assists. Just insane. Yeah, lately the Celtics have been thriving upon second chance points. So the Celtics haven't really been shooting the ball that well recently. That game against Brooklyn, that was like a huge outlier last Friday, where they shot like a historically great 66% percentage from the floor. But other than that, like the last couple of games, Philly and Milwaukee, they didn't really shoot the ball that well. They relied a bunch on like second chance points in those two games. And tonight they're just not getting rebounds. And this Hornets team has been excellent this year on the glass. So this matchup, they're having a lot of difficulty getting rebounds. And Charlotte's been able to balance that around between everybody collecting rebounds. It's actually LaMelo who has the most rebounds in this game, tied with Sam Hauser with 6 rebounds. And then Moussa Diabate padding the stat sheet, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. He's got 4 points as well. And then the two young studs just haven't been able to be slowed down. Con Knipple, Brandon Miller, just they're on fire. Knipple, 12 points, 14 minutes. Miller, 12 points, 15 minutes. Both of those guys have drilled 2 threes. LaMelo made 2 threes. And then 2 threes made by Bridges. Right down the lineup, they have 8 different players who have drilled at least a 3 in this game. Tatum, it looks like he's going to return for like a home game. I'm not sure just yet. There's some speculation that could be on Friday against Dallas, but possibly Friday against Dallas. If not, most likely it's going to be March 14th against Washington. So those are 2 dates that's out that he could possibly come back. Yeah, this has been disappointing so far for the Celtics. I mean, you got to give credit to Charlotte, how well they're playing right now. Just stunning. Peyton Pritchard, nothing. No points by Pritchard in 13 minutes. Vucevic, no points. Just 6 points off the bench with one guy. Gonzalez is all 6 points off the bench. I mean, this is unlike the Celtics, where they are relying upon 2 guys to play tonight, basically. Derek White doing everything possible. 17 points, 5 for 10 from the floor, 3 for 6 from the perimeter, perfect, 4 for 4 at the free throw line. He's the only guy that showed up tonight. Jaylen Brown right behind Derek White with 13, but Brown's only 5 for 13 shooting. I mean, they've keyed in on Jaylen Brown tonight, making it tough. Hauser has 0. Vucevic having a terrible game, 0 for 7 from the floor. He has 0. Pritchard, nothing in 13 minutes. It's basically 2 guys that showed up. But it's more so 1 because of White. And Brown's been able to get to double figures, but it's been inefficient. Yeah, so I saw that stat graphic on the pregame show before I went live. That was really helpful. Charlotte's 15-3 in their last 18. That goes back to January 22nd. And the Celtics are right behind. They're 14-4. Yeah, this Charlotte squad's no joke. Like, they started off extremely slow. And then once the new year started, they've caught fire. They know how big this game is. Number one, it puts the nation on notice. Number 2, this is going to be their first winning record since October 26th, since the first week of the season. They started off at 2-1 in their first 3 games. After that, they were 4-14. And then they went... They were going into the new year. They were 11-22. So 11-22. They lost their first game in 2026. So 11-23. 14-26. So they were 12 games below 500 on January 12th. 14-26, and now they're up to 31-31. Just insane. All right, so I'll be back in a couple moments. Going to get Mr. Tops. I think he's going to be disappointed with how things are going right now. We'll be back in a couple moments. All right, tough one right now. Gonna bring my tortoise on, Mr. Tops. He was hiding in the boot during the first half, so yeah, it goes to show how the first half went for you, buddy. Yeah, I did not like that at all. Tough one so far. That's the score, and yeah, you might want to shut your eyes when you see the scoreboard there, buddy. Not too good right now. Celtics down by 21. It's gonna be tough to come on back from that margin, especially against a team who's shooting lights out right now. This has been stunning based on how the Celtics have been playing just so well together. Like, this is a wake-up call for Boston. Like, they've had these games, but it was more so back in, like, November, December, where they took their opponents lightly, where they were going up against teams that were missing players, and they couldn't beat those teams. A couple of those cases and instances, like the loss to Utah, they lost Game 1 against Milwaukee. They lost the second time around against the Hawks after they crushed them the first time in January. So, yeah, there's been some blips on their radar, but based on how Charlotte's been playing, I mean, this is one of those games where they've taken on a team that just looks superior to them so far, and stunning for the Celtics. It's a home game. They've been playing well recently, but there's been a couple teams that they just have had issues getting over the hump against. This is only the first time that they've faced Charlotte this season, but they've had issues against teams like Denver. They got smoked the first time around against Houston. They did crush Houston the second time around, but yeah, this is quite a shock here so far. But yeah, hopefully a better second half for you, buddy. Gonna put you away, and yeah, he's not too happy. So he's wailing his arms, not too happy. So gonna put Mr. Tops back, and then we'll be back in a couple moments for the second half. All right, so we're almost done with halftime. Third quarter about to start in just a couple moments. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. And appreciate all for joining in here, being a part of the channel tonight. Yeah, Celtics going to have everybody be able to step up here at half two in order to make a comeback. And all starts with their defense. Their defense struggled right from the opening possession, defending dribble drive penetration. Charlotte, 52% for the floor. Boston, only 33%. It's been a mix. Both poor defense, also the offense has just had a rough game. Still got a second half that's going to have to be played, so anything could happen. Still 24 minutes of basketball remaining in regulation, and anything could happen, but right now, down by 21. Going to have to shift the energy, rally behind the home crowd, clamp up defensively, and make shots in half number two, and have everybody step up. 18-8 total assists in favor of Charlotte. Charlotte 12 for 25 for the perimeter. Celtics just 7 for 21. Boston, 2 straight wins in a row via second chance points in a big way. They've won 3 straight games in a row, but the previous 2, Philadelphia and Milwaukee, they were pounding the offensive glass, winning those games tonight. Not so much in the glass in this game, just +1 in the margin. On the rebound total, Brandon Miller jumps the root, intercepts it, dunks it with a two-handed flush. Charlotte Hornets pick off where they left off, dominating this game, leading to the first bucket, a steal on a slam by Miller. Miller and Knipple going off right now. Derek White dribbles at the left wing. He leads the way with 17. Into the hands to Jaylen Brown, has 13. Launches the 3, is skipped around the rim and out. Rebound control by Miller. Brandon Miller, big time in this game. 14 points, leads the Hornets. Right behind him, Knipple with 12. Miller on the floor alongside Knipple, LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges. Musa Diabate, corner jumper, ball over the cylinder. Shireman controls the defensive rebound. Shireman, Brown, Akeda, Derek White, Sam Hauser, the 5 of the court. Brown had it stripped, lost it, reach and foul, though, charge to Diabate. Derek White near side inbound, sends it off to Brown. Jaylen Brown at the top of the key. Dribbles up, drives inside the key. A kick out corner, broke it up out of bounds off Miller. Derek White, inbound passer. Finds Hauser off the bounce pass. Corner, jumper, swoosh. He has got it from downtown. 66-46. Bridges at the top, slides it off to LaMelo. LaMelo towards his right off the dribble, inside the key, puts up the shot. Tough one, able to get it, a drop off the runner. Man, they are making everything tonight just looks so easy between 3 defenders. LaMelo was able to stick that to a Derek White inside the paint, puts up the shot, got it to go. It's good for the deuce. Knipple launches the 3, left it short. Jaylen Brown secures the defensive rebound. Down by 20, under 10 minutes left to go in the third. Derek White dribbles up, drives inside, floats to the tier, drop, got it to go. It is good for the bucket. LaMelo circling around, jumper, Rakeda connects in the 2. Celtics have yet to stop the attack of Charlotte throughout this game. Derek White shoots the gap, soars, and scores with a right-hand layup. 18-point game. You got to put together defensive stops, though. LaMelo lost the handle, got it back, gets around Hauser off the dribble. Floats up the shot, 15-footer, left off the rim short. Jaylen Brown secures the defensive rebound. Celtics with possession. Derek White dribbles inside the key, puts up a shot, got it a drop, good for 2 more. And a timeout taken on the floor by the Hornets. Derek White came up and showed up to play tonight. 25 by Derek White. That is almost half of the points right now through one player on Boston. Derek White single-handedly at least keeping the Celtics somewhat hanging in. Still a long way left to come on back in this game. 16-point game as we head to the timeout. $70-54 right now. Man, my CPU here is going crazy. I'm going to have to just X out, get it back up. It'll be just a moment. So if you see a buffer, I'll get it back up in just a moment. All right, yeah, there we go. Scoreboard's fine now. I'm going to transition this over to the timeout slide. Yeah, Hornets a really good team. Derek White keeping his team at least hanging in right now, needing other players to step up. Almost, he is, yeah, he's almost doubling up the number 2 scorer. 25 for D. White. Jaylen Brown has 13. Top of the key for Moussa Diabate. Handoff LaMelo towards his right off the dribble. Bumped into and fouled. As that's on Jaylen Brown, who picks up the reach and foul. Brandon Miller, far side of the floor off the side in. Gets it off to Diabate. Hand off Canepo. Canepo dribbles inside. A key. A runner left is short. Sam Hauser controls the defensive rebound. Hauser out to the corner to the hands to Sharman. Sharman towards his left around the perimeter. Finds Derek White. Celtics down by 16. Looking to cut it right here. White. Bounce pass. Broken up. LaMelo battling with Brown. And a tip to the bounds as the referees roll it out of bounds off LaMelo. So possession will stay. Celtics basketball here. Brandon Miller, 14 points. Con Knipple with 12. Derek White off the inbound. He finds Jaylen Brown. JB at the top of the key. It dribbles up. It drives inside the key. JB double teamed outside. Finds Hauser. Laces up the 3 off the back rim. No good. Battle for the rebound. Sharman hits the deck. Comes down with the offensive board. And out to the corner. Bad pass. Flung away off to LaMelo with a steal. Here goes LaMelo up the court. Skies up. Missed the layup. Kick out corner. LaMelo with a corner 3. Bricked off the back rim. No good. Rebound secured by the Celtics. Brown attacking downhill underneath. White goes up, draws the contact and the foul. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Derek White. Down to 7:40 now left to go. Or 7:44 left to go in the third. All right, should be my apologies about that. I don't know what happened there, if it crashed or something in OBS. But my apologies out there about that. Yeah, for some reason the stream goes down. Let me know in the chat, because I was on for like 3 minutes and didn't realize it until it was down. But now we got it back up. So where we stand, 80-58 Charlotte, with 5:50 left to go in the third. Okay, there we go. I get the box scores up once again. Yeah, weird. My apologies. The whole screen glitched. Yeah, so my whole screen glitched during the stream, and it was down. I just got it back up. Yeah, I went. It was constantly live streaming, and then I went and it was 0 kbps, so I had to restart it. Thanks for the update there. So looks like YouTube's been glitching as well. Yeah. Luckily, I haven't dropped frames, so that's good. And the CPU usage is fine. That's good. 10-2 run by the Hornets. Last minute, 45 seconds. Spin cycle. Jaylen Brown drives downhill to the cup. No good. Missed the layup. Deflected out of bounds. Last off, Charlotte. Jaylen Brown underneath off the inbound lob as he finds Vucevic. And the Celtics turn it over. Man, this has just been a terrible game tonight for Boston. 6-zip run for the Hornets. Only 2 turnovers this entire game for Charlotte. Boston with 9. Top of the key with Diabate. Diabate fires a bullet down low. Knipple, backdoor, scores the layup. Man, they're just rolling right now. 5:20 left to go in the third. Celtics in trouble. Down by a landslide. Jaylen Brown towards his right off the dribble. Finds Pritchard. Pritchard yet to do anything so far tonight. Jumper at the elbow off the back rim. No good. A rebound secured by Bridges. Far side corner, Josh Green. Now they slow down tempo. Under 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Knipple out fake at the baseline. Jumper. Deep 2. Around the rim and out. Tipped up to Brown for the defensive board. Jaylen Brown up the floor. Kick out. Corner Gonzalez. Give and go back to Brown on top. Vucevic bobbled it. Could have had a look at an open 3 instead. Hands it off to Pritchard. Out to the wing to Derek White. Lob to Vucevic. Vucevic takes on Bridges. 1-on-1. 6 in the timer. Turnaround jumper. Low block. Vucevic no good off the mark. Rebound back to the Hornets. Man, this has been a terrible performance tonight. All around as a team, but Nikola Vucevic, nothing for him. 0 for 8, no points, 12 minutes. Rough game by Vooch. Knipple missed the shot. Offensive rebound, Diabate. Corner 3, Bridges. No good in the air ball. Jaylen Brown comes away with it. JB up the floor. Celtics with possession with Brown. Up fake, shovel pass underneath. There you go. Vooch scores the 2. Finally. Vooch is on the board. Down by 22. Yeah, tough night tonight out of Vooch. Kobe White bouncing bodies off Derek White. Inside the key. Floats up the shot. Off the glass, no good. D. White out of the pack with a defensive rebound. The only guy that's shown up tonight, he's got 27 in 25 minutes for Derek White. Jaylen Brown, terrible pass. Sails into the backcourt. Out of bounds. It's Charlotte ball. 10th turnover of the game for Boston. Yeah, Jaylen Brown been frustrated this entire night. Having a rough game himself. 5 for 15 from the floor. Just picked up his 3rd turnover. Inbound goes back to Charlotte, 82-60. And an offensive foul off an illegal screen. Charge the Hornets. Yeah, I'm stunned tonight. This should be a more competitive game. Stunning that the Celtics have played this poorly tonight. 82-60. Pritchard receives the handoff. At the far side corner, back out to the wing of the perimeter. Bounce pass into the hands of Vucevic. Outside Pritchard. Tees up the 3. Off the back rim, no good. Tip back to the backcourt. And Jaylen Brown's able to save it. They will try it again. Brown, a crossover. Step back. Jumper. Puts in the shot. No good. It drew the foul, though. And I believe he's going to have 3 coming up at the line as he was fouled from behind the arc. So shots here coming up at the free throw line for Jaylen Brown after the timeout. As we will take the timeout, and this is a dominant performance tonight by Charlotte. Charlotte is challenging the foul on the floor as well. So Charlotte is challenging that previous foul. Yeah, Payton was out there on the floor. Man, he's still yet to score tonight. So this is just weird. Like, Pritchard had nothing against Philly on Sunday. Comes back and drops down 25 last night, or 25 on Monday, and nothing tonight. Yeah, quite concerning for Pritchard. He's up and down, up and down. Man, tough one here today. Jaylen Brown, 2 free throws coming up at the line. First one, got the bounce. JB makes all 3, so 82-63 with under 3 minutes left to go. Kobe White on the floor alongside Kalkbrenner, Josh Green, Con Knippel, Zion James. Handoff to James around the perimeter. Takes on Jaylen Brown. It's Jaylen Brown, Vucevic, Pritchard, Walsh, and Gonzalez, the 5 of the court. Corner 3 missed off the mark by James. Tipped from Brown off to Vucevic for the defensive rebound. Celtics sprint up the floor. Vucevic on the top. Target range 3. Kaboom! He sticks it. Finally, something good out of Vooch. 5 points now for Vooch tonight. On an 8-zip run for the Celtics. Starting to show some signs of life. Zion James, bounce pass to Kobe White. Kobe White drives on Pritchard at the elbow. Brown tried to gamble, collect the steal. Corner 3, Josh Green skipped around the rim and out. Rebound secured by Brown. Here comes Boston. Looking to make this a fight in the battle right now. Brown, a kick out corner. Ugo, rainbow 3, left it off the back heel too long. Back it goes to the Hornets. Con Knippel, sidestep to his left. Jacks up the 3, rattles in the triple. Man, he has just been big time tonight. Con Knippel, 20 points in 25 minutes, just sunk his 4th 3 of the game. Vucevic at the wing of the perimeter. Handoff Payton Pritchard. Bounce pass Vooch in the corner. Vooch towards his left off the dribble. Vooch inside. Guarded by Kalkbrenner. Draws the foul. 2 free throws coming up at the line for Vooch. Started to get a little bit going for the Celtics. 2 shots here by Vooch. First one's good. If you're doing the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for being a part here on the channel tonight. That's so weird. My apologies about the buffer. Again, as Kalkbrenner blocks it off the rim. So whenever I hit sync on the shot clock, it's never done that, or sync on the game clock. It's never done that before until this stream tonight. It just freezes my stream for some reason. Got 11 seconds left to go. Yeah, it's so weird. I'm gonna see if I can hit it again. Hit sync on the game clock and see if it refreezes. It's never done that before. It just when I hit sync over on assist for some reason, it freezes my stream up. Sync point set. Okay, that time it was fine. Kobe White drilled the technical free throw and drives, attacks the paint. Layup goes down right before the final seconds left to go in the third as he got it to go, and the and one coming up. 3.5 seconds remaining. Man, Kobe White. It's a strong drive right to the rack there. Free throw at the line by White as he nails it. Inbound to Pritchard. Jumper at the horn. No good off the back rim, and it's a landslide today. 91-68 at the end of the third quarter of action. Yeah, stunning tonight that this game has not been close. Turn the page, enter the fourth quarter coming up. Yeah, just a tough game all around tonight for the Celtics. Like, stunning that they have a dud like this. Derek White's the only guy that showed up tonight. 27 points for White in 25 minutes. He's only one of 2 guys in double figures. Jaylen Brown with 16, but he's missed 12 shots. He does have 11 rebounds. Just nothing could go their way tonight. Charlotte, 4 guys double figures. Con Knipple with 20. 16 by Brandon Miller. Off the bench, Kobe White, 17 with 6 assists. 12 points by LaMelo. If you guys are new to the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for being a part here of the channel. Yeah, I don't know why it's frozen a couple of times, so my apologies about that if the stream buffered for some reason at some point. The site, I stream from 2 sites, so it's on YouTube, it's on assist.com. Recently, one of the other site that I do stream from, they added, it's like another scoreboard sync to it, that they have, so just trying to get used to that. But yeah, a couple of times I tried to sync the stream up, and for some reason it froze the stream on sync point a couple of times. So that's what happened. If the stream froze, it was whenever I went to sync point. So I'm trying to see if I can get that back right now off the sync point so it can be automatic into the current sync point that it has right now at this stage of the game. Yeah, it seems like it's fine, so it just synced up properly. Jumper is good, as that's buried by Luka Garza. So Celtics going off the bench and starting to get a bucket there by Garza. 22-point game, though. Going to be tough to come on back from this one. But, man, props out to the Hornets. I mean, they played as good as a game as possible tonight. Missed three by Connaughton. Garza scoops up the defensive rebound. Derek White up the floor. Kick out. Corner. Three. Gonzalez missed off the mark. Rebound. Ripped away by Brandon Miller. Yeah, disaster for Peyton Pritchard. The defense tonight just hasn't been able to slow Charlotte down in this game. Charlotte's 41% from three with 15 made threes. Connaughton, a wide open three off the back rim, settles at the top of the backboard and out of bounds. Charlisa, thanks for joining in. Gregory, glad to have you back in, bud. Just a tough one tonight for the Celtics. Yeah, Derek White's scored. At one point, he scored almost half of the points going into halftime. He's got 27 in 26 minutes. But, yeah, minus 18 for him, which is odd because he's the worst minus. It's like the defense has just not been able to put together stops. Like, Charlotte shooting around 50% from the floor in this game. Celtics at 35%. And whenever the Celtics have been able to score, Charlotte just responds right back and they make a big basket and just quiet down the Celtics. And the Celtics just haven't been able to match Charlotte throughout this game. Like every make that Charlotte has, the Celtics have like two misses basically for every make, plus a turnover just like that. Brandon Miller steal and soars up with a dunk with authority with a right-handed flush. Brandon Miller, big time tonight. Couple steals and dunks. Couple slam dunks. Posterizer he had at one point in this game. Bringing the energy for the Hornets. Garza pops up on a three. Missed off the mark. No good. LaMelo. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be charged, though, to the Hornets. They're pushing on LaMelo over the back. Brandon Miller, 18 points, 26 minutes. That's on 8 for 13 from the floor. Inbound off to Derek White. 12 on the timer. Derek White at the top. Bounce pass into the hands to Garza. Back outside, D. White. Catching fire. Three off the back rim. No good. Offensive rebound. Hugo. Got it to go. Good for two for Gonzalez. Just basically final 9:20 of action. You got to come out. You got to compete if you're Boston right now. Try to chip into the deficit, but still, I don't think there's any way you could come out back in this game, especially how Charlotte has been able to shoot the ball tonight. Connaughton left it off for Diabate, left it short, fouled. Free throws coming up in the line for Diabate. Oh, yeah, Gonzalez has had a great rookie season. 96-73 off the free throws by Diabate. Down to 9 minutes left to go. Pritchard. Still scoreless. At the wing of the perimeter. Bounce pass finds Garza. Broken up by the bounce off Miller. Yeah, this game was not close right from the beginning. Celtics trailed 8-zip to begin this game. Derek White, runner inside the key, draws contact and the shooting foul. 2 shots here coming up by Derek White. So he goes right after LaMelo, who picks up the shooting foul. Yeah, Derek White tonight, just 3 total assists. First free throw, good by White. Only guy who showed up to score tonight. 28 points for D. White. After that, Brown with 16. Everybody else single digits. Jaylen Brown double-double, 16 and 11 for points and rebounds, but has 12 misses. Tough game for Brown. Tried to get to his spots tonight. Inefficient night for him, though. Second free throw by White. That is good. 21-point game. That's been basically the range around that mark. 20, 21, 22. In the second half, Celtics just unable to shake it. Perfect at the free throw line. That's the only thing that they've done well tonight. 15 for 15. I mean, you could build off that going into the next game against Dallas on Friday, but rest of their performance, they're going to have to completely turn things around. Missed shot at the low block by Bridges. Pritchard races up the floor. He needs to bounce back on Friday night. White, bounce pass underneath. Garza goes up, draws the foul. 2 shots here coming up by Luka Garza. Yeah, sounds like Tatum's going to come back very soon. Possibly Friday against the Mavs. If not Friday, potentially on March 14th against Washington. He might be back. First free throw, good by Garza. Sam Hauser comes in. Baylor Shireman going to take a seat on the bench. And Brandon Miller will check out for Charlotte. Second free throw, and Garza got the bounce. He thought it was going to hit the rim short. It did, but it bounced out to the back iron and dropped in for the free throw. So perfect still at the line for the Celtics. The only thing that they've done well tonight in this game. LaMelo slides it off to Knipple at the wing. Yeah, one of the rare games that we've seen out of Boston this season that they're just not with the program. Bridges backs his way outside, a Green on a 3, and he got fouled. 3 shots here coming up at the free throw line. It's a terrible shooting foul charged to Peyton Pritchard. Late in the closeout, got Josh Green well after he attempted a shot. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about Peyton Pritchard. Like, usually he's able to produce. And now it's 2 out of 3 games where Pritchard just hasn't been able to produce. Joe Mazzulla will challenge this foul call from behind the arc on the Pritchard 3-point shot foul. Going to go back into the timeout slide right now. 96-77. Will the Celtics loss ruin my night? No, it's only 1 game out of 82 in the regular season. It's a regular season game. It's not like it's a playoff game. Get the loss out of their system and make their adjustments for the next one. Teams have off nights here and there. Like, you're not supposed to go a perfect 82-0 in the regular season. Hey, what's good, Naija player? Welcome back in. Glad to have you back in the stream, bud. Yeah, tough one for the Celtics tonight in this game. That call stands. There's going to be free throws coming up at the line here for Josh Green. First shot's good. Yeah, this has been an off night tonight for the Celtics. Just struggled right from the start in this game. Haven't been able to recover. They trailed 8-0 to begin tonight. 35% for the floor, 29% from three. Charlotte's been lights out, 49%, 41% from the 49% for the floor, 41% from three. Celtics just not able to make stops, cannot hit shots either. Deflected down the far side, intercepted by Moussa Diabate out to the races, and he soars up and dunks it with a right-hand slam. This is getting out of control right now. Charlotte is knowing all the possessions of the Celtics, and they have jumped the route multiple times and dunked down the ball. 16-3 points off the fast break in favor of Charlotte. Pritchard, bounce pass, underneath Gonzalez, missed the bunny, rebound, back it goes to Charlotte. 101-77. Rare night on an off night that everybody basically was off for the Celtics. Turnover miscues were another struggle as well. LaMelo, a step back three. He buries it. 20-4 fast break points. 16 made threes by the Hornets. Jaylen Brown gutted a drop. And an and one coming up as he was fouled. Yeah, turnovers been a nightmare tonight for Boston. 12 turnovers, just 3 turnovers this entire game of the Hornets. And the Hornets lead points off turnovers 16-3. Yeah, Charlotte's 15-3 in their last 18. They have the best record in the previous 18 games in the NBA, and they're 20-2 with their starting five. So this starting five, Miller, Knipple, Ball, Bridges, and Diabate is 20-2 for them this year. Free throw was in and out. No good off the mark by Brown. That's the first missed free throw of the game for the Celtics on the 18th attempt. They're 17 for 18 at the line. LaMelo thought about pulling up from the TD Garden logo. Guarded by Brown, 101. He will do exactly that right now as he buries the triple. 30-footer sinks through for LaMelo. 6.5 remaining. Everything went right tonight for the Hornets, putting the nation on notice. Everything went completely wrong for the Celtics, and the layup is good by Brown. Yeah, Charlotte is on the verge to being a top 6 team in the playoffs without having to even play in the play-in. Tied for 9th coming into today with Atlanta. This is going to be their first winning record since a 2-1 start to begin the season. First winning record since Game 3 of the year. Yeah, Cod Knipple, number 7. Really solid player, sharpshooter out of Duke. Inbound goes to LaMelo. LaMelo at the top of the key, floats it off to Knipple. Pops up for the 3, off the back rim, no good. A rebound secure by Hugo. Pass midcourt, Jordan Walsh. Kick out corner, Ron Harper Jr. First time on the floor for him as it gets sailed cross court into the hands to Walsh once again. Drives the tag, soars up, scores with a left-hand layup. No TV will be shown due to copyright, just play-by-play only. As we are down to 5:20 left to go in action. LaMelo Ball tees up the 3, off the rim, misfired, rebound secure by Garza. Tatum's going to be on a minutes restriction when he comes back, I would imagine. Probably like 80-85% of himself, so just start to gain confidence through reps every single game that he gets. A lot of people say possibly this Friday against Dallas Honestly, I would like him to come back, in my opinion, more so in the game against Washington on March 14th, because that's against one of the worst teams in the league. So it gives him like more of an opportunity to just like get a feel and come on back. 2 shots here at the line for Moussa Diabate. First one's good. Eight, 9, and 6 tonight for points, rebounds, and assists, making 9, 9, and 6 as he buries the second free throw. Ron Harper Jr. on the floor alongside Walsh, Showerman, Gonzalez, and Garza, as they have the reserves right now on the court for the Celtics. Showerman off the crossover, 5 of the timer, draws the foul, hits the 5th on Charlotte, and this will send Boston into the bonus. 2 shots here coming up by Baylor Showerman. First free throw. That is good. That's copyright. Cannot do that. That's not the purpose of this channel. If you want to see the screen, go to my shorts videos and see the screen for under 20 seconds. Second free throw is good by Showerman. Four and a half left to play. Bridges takes the jumper, left it short tip to the perimeter, into the hands to Xavier Tillman, former Celtic earlier this season at the trade deadline. So he got traded to the Hornets, and Sion James fouled. That was from behind the arc. It's going to be 3 shots coming up. If you're new on the channel, be respectful of everybody out here on the channel, no matter who they root for. First shot's good by James at the line. Well, this Hornets team's been the best team in the NBA for the last month and a half. That's what I think about the Hornets. They're going to be 16-3 in their last 19 games. 6-game winning streak coming up. 4:17 left to go in the fourth quarter as we go to the timeout. Alright, so right now we're on timeout here, Carly. If you guys enjoyed the stream, smash the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe. Appreciate all for being a part here on the channel tonight. Tough game for the Celtics. Derek White, 29 points in 29 minutes. Jaylen Brown dropped down 20, but that's where 49 out of 85 went to. And then single digits from there on out between everybody else. Charlotte, double that amount of double figures scores. 4 guys, double figures. Con Knipple, lights out. Plus 23, 20 points for him on 4 made threes. LaMelo drilled 4 threes. He's got 18. Brandon Miller brought the energy. 18 points for him. 17 off the bench by Kobe White. Yeah, that was a huge pickup getting Kobe White. Diabate, perfect find off the back screen, off the Knipple, cutting back door. Musa Diabate padding up the stat sheet in this game tonight. 9 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. "24 total assists by Charlotte tonight as a team. Free throw is good by Sion James. Down to 4:15 and under left to go. Ron Harper Jr. on the floor with Garza, Walsh, Sharman, and Gonzalez. Gonzalez lobs it off to Garza. Garza backs his way, bobbled inside the key. It's an offensive foul charged to Luka Garza. So he got called on the hook on Pat Connaughton. He turns it over. Down to 4 minutes left to go. 14 turnovers by Boston, only 3 this entire game by Charlotte. Connaughton on the floor with Sion James, Xavier Tillman. And it's an illegal screen around the perimeter set by Charlotte, resulting in a turnover. Number 23 for the Hornets with Trey Mann called in the offensive foul. Hugo. Bounce pass into the hands of Garza. Backs his way, spin cycle, working on Mann inside the key. Got it to go. Up and in off the glass. It's good for 2. Luka Garza able to score the deuce. 7 points tonight by Garza. Trey Mann. Drive, kick out to James around the perimeter. Now inside the key off the dribble. Connaughton around the outside. Also on the floor, number 12, Antonio Reeves, second season the Illinois State and Kentucky. Connaughton goes up for a jumper late in the shot clock, off balance, missed off the back heel. Jordan Walsh there to secure the defensive rebound. At the corner with Gonzalez, lob down low, bobble by Garza, taken away by Trey Mann with a steal. Mann up the floor, dribble drive straight away, back outside to the top, launches the 3, a straight away, off the mark, no good. Missed by the Hornets. That was off the mark by Sion James. Entry pass down low. Underneath, it's good for the layup. Scored by Garza. Nice little entry pass there by Baylor Sharman. As we're under 2.5 left to play. Sion James. At the top, towards his right around the perimeter. Cross court connects with Xavier Tillman on the pass. Hand off to Trey Mann. Mann, runner, left baseline, off the back rim, no good. Rebound secure by Antonio Reeves. New 14 on the timer. Step back 3. Drills it straight away. 1:15:89. 18th made 3 the game by Charlotte. Step back 3 in the air by Harper. Left off the rim short. Rebound collected by Reeves. How can I be using Gamecast when I'm describing how the ball bounces off the rim or where the players are positioned? Trey Mann at the right wing perimeter. Crossover, takes on Sharman. Step back 3 in the air. Left is short. Jordan Walsh hauls in the defensive rebounds. Back it goes to the Celtics as we approach the final 90 seconds left to go in action. Rough game tonight for Boston. And this was the game tonight that Charlotte really put the world on notice. Entry pass lobbed down low. Sharman looking for Garza. Broke it up on the bounce off Connaughton. Knipple not in. It's basically the reserves for both of these teams that's in the game. Jaylen Brown's not in either. So it's they've cleared out the benches. Both of the reserves for these two teams, all the reserves are on the floor. Yeah, this has been a terrible game tonight for the Celtics. Like, I haven't covered a game this bad before this season for Boston. Gliding inside the key, outside to the top with Pat Connaughton as he nails the triple. Everything went right tonight for Charlotte. Everything went completely wrong tonight for Boston. As we are down to the final minute of action. Gonzalez, Euro step, blocked, pinwheels around, loose ball scooped up by Reeves. And the Hornets will slow it down. Yeah, tough one tonight for the Celtics here. Lights out for the Hornets. They put the world on notice in this game. 19 made threes for Charlotte, led by Con Knipple. 20 points, 4 made triples. 18 by Brandon Miller. Really brought the energy tonight to the Hornets. 18 by LaMelo. He made 4 threes. 17 off the bench by Kobe White. Hornets take the shot clock violation. Celtics with 7.2 seconds left to go. Tough game tonight here for Boston. Celtics were just 89 in this one here. As we close out, this game goes final. 118-89 the final score. I'm watching on a Samsung right in front of me, if you guys didn't know, in my room. Tough one for the Celtics. I don't think I've seen the Celtics get smashed this bad in a long time, since the game against the Rockets early on in the season that they didn't compete in. There's been a couple games like that, but very little this season for Boston. Tonight did not show up to compete in this game whatsoever. Charlotte looking like a top 6 team in the East come April in the playoffs for their seeding, as they are 2.5 games behind of Philadelphia entering tonight, and closing up the gap now 2 games behind the number 6 spot in the East, Philly. They've won now 6 straight games in a row, and they are now 16-3 in their last 19 games, the best record of all teams in the NBA. What a win by Charlotte. Props to the Hornets out here tonight, because they smashed my Celtics. This game was not even close right from the start. 118-89 the final score. Thanks all for joining in for this one. Appreciate you guys for being a part of the stream. Derek White, 29 points, 20 by Jaylen Brown. Brown finished with 11 rebounds. He did miss 12 shots from the floor, finished just 7 for 19 shooting. And after that, rough game. Vucevic struggled offensively throughout basically the whole game until the late third quarter. He finished with just 7 points on 2 for 10 shooting. Peyton Pritchard, this is concerning. He had 0 tonight. He had 0 on Sunday against Philly, and Peyton Pritchard tonight with 0 once again after he had 25 against the Bucks in the bounce back game on Monday. Nothing in 24 minutes tonight by Pritchard. Yeah, Cato with just 2 tonight, only had 2 rebounds. Played just 16 minutes, didn't seem himself. He had his knee checked out on the bench early on in the first quarter for Cato, so he wasn't himself. Hauser couldn't get his 3 going. He had just 3 points in 25 minutes. Just nothing went their way tonight in this game for Boston. And yeah, props to the Hornets. They had a really good game tonight. Played their hearts out. Whereas the Celtics, shocking. This was at home at the TD Garden, and the Celtics played like this. Like, stunning loss tonight for the Celtics. Thanks for joining in here, being a part of the stream for this one, and we will close out to the channel members. All channel members get a shout out at the end of each and every single one of my live streams. This game was shocking because the Celtics last played on Monday. They had 1 day of rest in between. They crushed the Bucks in their game on Monday, and Charlotte had a game at home yesterday. So Charlotte's coming off night 2 of a back-to-back. They played against Dallas yesterday, and Charlotte hosting the Mavs. And this game was at Boston, so they flew overnight from Charlotte to Boston. Channel members here get a shout out. We get Jason, John, Michael Bradley, Joe, Lonely Satellite, Russell, the Naja player, Norma, Kelly, Oogie, Russell, Ride Dog, Astros fan for life, Owl on the Prowl, and a big shout out to Owl on the Prowl. New member as of tonight, I Am Ghost, Ian, Edith, and SGA Sports Talk. Thanks so much all for joining in, being a part here on the stream for this one. Charlotte dominates Boston, stunning. And the Celtics did not show up for this game tonight. 118-89 the final score. Thanks all for joining in, and enjoy the rest of your night.